All right. I want to thank you all so much for hanging in there and waiting patiently as we got everything spun up. We had some delays on our part, but we are ready to go ahead and get started with some more D&D right here on Lionhead Gaming. And since it is Thursday, that means it is time for some more Song of Rapture. I'm eagerly looking forward to this session, and I hope you are as well. So we're passing over the reins to Monsieur Omen. Monsieur Omen, what do you have for us tonight?
We last left our valiant vanguard. They had finally returned to what most of them considered to be their home of Oakwell, to find themselves replanting their roots and sort of discovering what's been going on around their town, as well as reconvening with each other. And I guess their boss is Jody at the Fallen Horse, sort of regaling both each other as well as some of the inhabitants of this town what they've been up to, and perhaps, and maybe a bit of exclusion, what they plan to do afterwards. But truly, this is not my story to tell. I am but the narrator, who would like to tell us what happened in the last episode of Song of Rapture.
Previously on Song of Rapture, the Valiant Vanguard have spent some months traveling Mobia after slaying a dragon and becoming champions in an annual arena event within the desert. They returned to Oakwell, a place they've been able to call home, and where it is they got their start as a party. They got reminiscent of the days of the adventures that they have had and recounted their latest tale to their closest companions within the Fallen Horse Tavern. From the heroes of a small town to dragon slayers, even their patron Jody could not deny that they were going to be off to bigger and better things. But before that, they were going to celebrate. So later in the evening, they gathered for a private celebration among themselves. Persephone, however, had some news to share. She had been scrying on her family and learned that her brother, Rael, was to be wed to a Fey queen by the name of Titania. This wedding was meant to be beneficial to her family by transforming her brother from half-elf to full-elf, so that he may sit upon the council with other elven leaders. But Rael, her brother, didn't really want this. It was all organized by their father, High Lord Kaelon. And not to mention, deals with the Fae may not always be as they seem. The Valiant Vanguard agreed. After the Monarch Festival, after they've been announced as dragon slayers to the realm, they would help Persephone any way that they could. So the party went on for the night, now that the bad news was out of the way. Later in the evening, however, Swift Hollow, the mysterious elven rogue, opened a letter she had received some time ago. It spoke in, well, more of a riddle, but a warning, it would seem. Warning of one who is supposed to hide, but places herself in plain sight. Of one who is meant to be masked, but shows her full face instead. Of her, perhaps. But this letter also noted of a mistress to be served, and the hunter had new prey she must find. It ended with a name, but whom's has yet to be determined. We return during the Monarch Festival after a month of downtime. The Valiant Vanguard are to be announced as dragon slayers, and nobles are starting to arrive for this wonderful occasion. A new chapter is about to begin, so join us tonight as we write another verse in Song of Rapture.
Very well done, Mel. Give yourself some DM inspiration.
Yay!
As indeed, we return on March 15th, a Friday on the year 1260, in the small, now growing town of Oakwell. A year has since passed since our Valiant Vanguard had made their name in this city and last celebrated this now prominent festival that Oakwell has been known for in the nation of Mobia. This wonderful, delightful, and at times it seems exciting and deadly festival known as the Monarch Festival, celebrating a story of regrowth, rebirth, and change that shall come to every new year, inspiring hope and ushering in the life of spring into this countryside of Mobia. As we will find ourselves in the thick of the Monarch Festival, it seems that the town has been bustling with not only the same expansive life that it's used to experiencing during this festival. It seems it's Mobia's probably one of their busiest weeks of the entire year. It seems like now the place is packed and lively, livelier than ever, for it seems that this festival coincides with a great announcement for the nation of Mobia. The announcement, the coronation, the entitling, I suppose, of some new Dragon Slayers. But where these future soon-to-be named Dragon Slayers are and what they're doing is not also really my story to tell, as on this day, our heroes are finding themselves all across the town of Oakwell amidst the festivities. As what are y'all up to during the Monarch Festival? What have you gotten up to these last few days?
I wanted to drag Swifthollow to games and to hang out at the festival because I don't think she's ever been.
Okay.
She has not.
Wait, is this her guild hall?
Certainly seems that after all that has been done, through the efforts of certain people, having expanded their last month going outside the town of Oakwell towards other nations in seek of help, it seems as if the Valiant Vanguard Guild Hall has finally reached its basically construction days. The walls are up, the roof is intact, and it seems like the place is well put together. Is that where you are, Quildor? What are y'all up to? Everyone give me a little round of what you guys would be doing this festival, where we'd find you.
I would be finishing up the small details at the guild hall and helping it with its open house.
Okay.
Fiona fucking hates festivals, so she's just hanging around Samantha, doing whatever she's doing.
Oh boy, that's an interesting choice. Samantha is more or less as many headed as she is, just sort of going around to different points in the festival, not really concerning herself with the gathering common folk and the people going around and having a good time. Samantha is sort of just going around checking on the businesses and the people who she is hoping to have not so much favors from, but good relations with the people that own the businesses. She has definitely been trying to get close and sort of get her hands in everyone's pie, so to speak, a finger in every pie, not to take from, but just sort of to allow that degree of closeness. So she's checking on the sleeping bee, of course. We have to check on her favorite, and seeing even how the Rooster's Crown is doing, the Big Trout, going around to these different businesses, different shops, and all the people that she has been able to meet with in the lead up time to the festival. She's just checking to see how business is going in a very sort of casual fashion, trying to rely on the hopefully somewhat comfortable relationship she's been able to sort of spend time, money, and effort on building with some of these people. And you know, just if she catches people looking around in the streets like, oh, well, where do we go next? She'll, of course, direct them to some of her favorite people from that list to send more business towards them. And she hasn't really found a lot of time, unlike the first Monarch Festival, to enjoy herself. This one seems to be almost all business for her. She almost seems to be sort of just, instead of walking around in a beautiful sundress like she did last time, she's more or less wearing like a pantsuit, and she just seems to be sort of going like it's a big day at work for her. And the only time she actually kind of takes a deep breath and sort of relaxes was when she eventually comes over to the guild hall to see her, addition to Oakwell that Quildor has been so absolutely wonderful in aiding with, to see how that's going. So I think she'd probably find herself there, checking on it around noon or so.
Sure.
So I don't have to deal with happy festival people. Why did you think this was going to be a bad thing for Luna?
Oh, just because I'm running around all throughout the town throughout the festival, but yeah, we're not interacting with the children and shit.
Luna would help her, T-pose over NPCs and Catholic towers here.
Yep, you definitely seem to have a powerful presence about you, Luna. Okay. And Swifthollow, what did you say you were doing? Were you going after Persephone to go play in some of the games?
Yeah, because Persephone seemed insistent that Swifthollow go with her, so Swifthollow has no qualms with just doing that. Not like she had any other plans to do anything else, lest she stay cooped up. Where she was situated for like the past month. So she would probably, yeah, hanging out,
Gotcha. 1 second.
probably crushing people in any of the games that require anything she's really good at.
I take you to the archery game that
Oh
that we
boy.
played
Glad
in
one?
the last year.
I'm going to the sword fighting one. I'm gonna probably accidentally murder somebody in a nice way.
Excellent.
Okay.
I'll just hit them so hard
the
that they're
topic-
dead.
See.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
because even though he is retired, he's still a person. He's still an NPC, so to speak. Javen would also be around
Yeah.
in the entire Monarch Festival. Yeah, for the first couple of days, he'd probably be like hovering around Persephone, since he knows from his experience she's like the only one that would probably match his excited energy about, oh my god, you're a dragon slayer and everything. This entire thing's for you. So yeah, she would enjoy. So yeah, with Hollow would be like hanging out and just being there. Javen would definitely be more proactive with hanging out with Persephone. And probably, eventually, if they meet, possibly, Javen into my con. Because Javen is also into antics. Horrible, horrible antics. So they'd probably be hanging out
Nice.
as well.
As we'll put you guys on the map real quick. We've got Javen following around his buddies going all across town. We have Persephone and
Getting
Swift
drunk.
Hollow. Yeah. Going out and enjoying some of the games. We got Quildor and I guess eventually Samantha and Luna meeting up at the center of town. Let's see. And it seems like one of you might be missing for quite some time. Not really sure where he is, it seems, if that's correct.
Samar has not been seen for this entire month. It seemed like the day after he got quite drunk, and we sort of came up with next little actions. Tamar was not seen in the morning, and along with his newfound pig friend, were not seen for
Oh god.
since
Fucking
that
stole the
time.
pig.
As Tamar Khan
Can't
is
bring him
just
back.
now returning to town, as he's actually been spending a bit of time at the Northern Gate, speaking to some of the guards, maybe shuffling some coin to grease some palms, but he is now coming back into the gates to try to find his friends.
Okay, that makes out pretty well then. Alrighty, let's see. Samantha and Luna traveling your way across the town. Again, Oakwell is a bustling place. It's a bit hard to navigate on your own without some sort of magical aid, unless you guys are just sort of flying around on your magic carpet.
Oh,
As
yeah, we
like
have
you
the
remember
magic
last
carpet.
year.
Why wouldn't-
Yeah, the streets are pretty packed, and even now they're filled with many foreign faces. Some of them do seem quite luxurious. You're actually able to spot some maybe various nobles you've met up north. No one really of quite renown, just people who you know have had, deep pockets and lots of coins to spend. Happy to see them interacting with this small town pretty well. Luna's safely above the common people,
we
away.
fly right over
preserving her
them.
bubble. Nice. Let's see. Going from place to place, you would find, of course, it seems as if the Sleeping Bee is doing it luxuriously well. It seems that some people, especially who've come from the far south east of Mobia, people whose word of this festival has come all the way down to Darunga and Roka, have decided to make their way up here to town. And it seems that, as you found firsthand in that desert city, people are very much into some of the more kept under the lid sort of activities, which it seems as if the Sleeping Bee sort of profits greatly off of. You'd see Queen is doing quite well for himself, and it seems like with some of the help of these foreigners, I guess other Mobians truly, he has been starting to concoct some new, not brews I suppose, but tonics. Things that might be inhaled and bring about a new high of sorts. It seems he's gotten a new supply from the southeastern elves. Won't really exactly say what, but a knowledgeable mind might understand what material he might be working with recently. But he is extremely grateful for all what you brought into this town, and he's quite excited to see what exactly it is you've got planned for this coronation of yours. I'm sure it's going to be intoxicating.
Yes, of course it will be. As I'd certainly take for the road on the carpet, so to speak, a glass of my signature drink from him as well.
Nice. Just to get
What
you all
did we name that?
originally named the Pink Lady.
That's right. I feel like we renamed it something better, didn't we?
Possibly, but it's been quite some time, and I'm slowly finding my own voice here as I speak. There we are. As I believe we named it something else, but the Pink Lady is my default name for it. It's simple and sweet, like the best things in life. As seems like they're doing quite well. This place is packed wall to wall with lots of foreign elves, like in dark skin, lots of jewelry on their bodies. It's a bit cramped compared to some of the places you were down in Roka, but seems like it's like a nice little home away from home for them.
Nice.
Up to the north, let's see, northwest. It seems as if the Big Trout is also doing decently well. Handsome Alf is just a big old mix of emotions right now. You see sort of all stocked wall to wall, and he's like not letting him get too far. Looks to be some of his old adventuring allies. It looks like, what is your beautiful, sweet little name? People you actually ran into up in Skyreach. Some newly knighted adventurers who also got their start here in Oakwell. Young Chip, as well as his ally Mogator, a half-elf and, I guess, half-orc duo who you guys first met on the road a long time ago. Seemed they found themselves in an unfortunate position of a broken wagon wheel, but ever since that accident, it seemed their luck had turned around completely, as they've now found themselves sharing the same title as you, the Heroes of Oakwell, and now found themselves in positions of higher standing in Skyreach. All of which seems to be both inspiring pride and heartbreak in Handsome Alf, as he has, within the last couple of months, released his adventurer friends from his hold. They have clearly outgrown him, and it's just breaking his heart to see them again during the festival. You're going to leave again! It's going to hurt me! I can't take this anymore!
Oh, Alf. I'm sure there'll be new and better opportunities coming quite soon. Don't worry.
I certainly hope so. That guild building of yours will bring more adventurers in. It's not going to steal them all, are they?
Oh, it certainly will.
Oh, what? I don't like that answer.
Yes.
Okay. Over at the Rooster's Crown, it's also quite busy. It seems a number of nobles from Broken Ridge and even a couple familiar higher-standing adventurers from Skyreach have made their way down to test the quality of the Rooster's Crown that they always seem to boast, and it seems like they're quite impressed with their wares. Their hands are, of course, kept heavily busy. Most of the workers there seem to be strained, a slightly familiar feeling from your earlier days in Oakwell when Jody had someone of the likes of yourself waiting tables and cleaning. But it seems like Ava is in very good mood. It seems like all things considered, she's pretty happy, actually, with the way that things have turned out. Not really sure where this guild hall is going to take you guys, but it's going to be ample competition. And I suppose I truly look forward to seeing what this little adventure of yours has in store for us.
Change. For the better, of course.
I certainly hope I can compete with what's stayed here in Oakwell. You see, if it's anything like Gilgout's bunch, numbers doesn't always mean quality. The strength you may find may be lacking, even if you have numbers. But a few good hands, as you yourself have proven, might be enough to rise ahead of them. You might need Jody to keep a close eye on them.
Samantha just sort of gives her a pleasant smile like that wasn't already her intention, and is happy to see that Ava is doing well.
Fuck you, Ava.
Yeah,
Wow. So much
It
hate
seems,
for the elves.
yeah, it seems like, I guess in your last mostly month here in Oakwell, you finally have gotten a good feel on how the Rooster Crown has been standing up to the now rising falling horse. And it seems as if while one was clearly dominating the other, the fallen horse's, I guess, rise, essentially, has put the two into a close competition now. Although you guys are currently the only real adventurers of the fallen horse, the amount of traffic that runs through there that now hears about your name, the Valiant Vanguard, has finally put these two industries in competition with each other. And although you'd think that would spark maybe anger or rivalry from either side, it seems Ava and Jody are kind of reveling in it. It almost seems like it's almost gotten back to a fun days as opposed to a hard, knife to the throat sort of competition. More like a fun rivalry.
Good.
Oh, they're friends again. Yay.
As the fallen horse is currently experiencing very high traffic with a short number of hands. It seems that Marjorie has been taking over for Gregory's shift. She's trying to maintain the kitchen as well as alongside of Robin to help maintain and provide for all the customers. She's covering for Gregory because apparently the kids really wanted to get out in the early days of this festival before the crowds get too big. Too many nobles walking around means less places for kids to go play. So she's giving Gregory a chance to stretch his legs out and enjoy himself in the festival with the kids. But Jody is actually in and out of this building constantly. It seems that she has been meeting both with the mayor and moving up north to see the final developments of the guild hall. She basically gives you like passing waves and glances, but nothing to really stop and interact. It seems that she is probably the most mobile and active and busy innkeeper in the entire city or entire town.
Samantha expected as much, and sort of circling around to the sort of the last stop.
All right. The Silver Skink is a different story, Samantha. You would come inside expecting to see more bustling, more excitement. It's actually kind of quiet and kind of dour. The seats are filled, but they're not filled with travelers or those eager to find and taste the wares of Gilgout the dwarf. Gilgout himself seems sort of on edge. It seems that looking across the room, you'd find a number of individuals wearing looks like sets of pretty decent, although now ragged armor. Are basically all the revelry, if there was any to be had, stops the moment that you come in. As you can see a number of these armored individuals just sort of like catch themselves and keep their eyes upon you silently. You find yourself surrounded by the Hell's Hydras, the presiding numerous membered adventuring group that has picked up since you guys last left towards Garen's Well. Since you guys have been gone, you've heard that they've sort of picked up a number. They became known and strong in Oakwell because they've acquired multiple members all at once to sort of form a mob of adventurers, where they lack in true skill and quality that someone like Jody or Ava would seek. They have in mass just numbers. They have soldiers with swords in hands, ready to go cut down any foe in their path. And it seems like their leader just sort of eyes you across the way. He's this strange-looking individual, sort of thin, but you could tell, like, as his neck begins to be hidden behind, it looks like a cloak and a set of armor. He's got some strains of veins and muscles going down, sort of giving way to his strength. His hair is long and greased back down towards his neck, and it looks like he's missing an eye. This pale-looking individual who I guess you'd have heard word of in town as being kind of a merciless adventurer, more of a mercenary, truly, as you'd catch the eye, of course, of one Mordred Kane. He doesn't really acknowledge you unless you come up to talk to him, but he along with his men, just sort of keep their eyes upon you in silence as you enter in.
I was so unaware that things were so dour down south. Maybe I can bring a bit of joy here as well at some point. As Samantha sort of cuts her way through this place, sort of realizing the majority of the seats are taken up by these Hell's Hydra, and approaches Mordred Kane. You know, I think you and I should have a talk after all of this is over.
A talk, you say? About what exactly? About how you're building your hall? You wish to take our numbers? Or perhaps you wish to join us?
About how, with Samantha Deus at the helm, Oakwell can be a warm place for any adventurer, you and your men included.
So you're wishing to say you will take us under your wing, bring us into the fold, and follow the coattails of your greatness. Is that what you want? Dragon Slayer.
Assuming, of course, you want coin and fame for yourself. Yes. Is there no better path than to follow down one that has already been not so much paved? There are many avenues to branch off from, but following in my footsteps would only make your life easier.
There is only one set of footsteps that I will follow in this world, and they do not lead towards coin and fame. They lead to true adventure, true change, true action. Your answer is exactly what I would expect from this valiant vanguard. I've seen across this town the marker of your guild, a symbol you sell like a product. It is befitting, very befitting.
No one complains that a sword has a price, Mordred. It is a tool with which the world is changed, but it is a tool that still must be paid for. And she just sort of slides a single copper piece onto the table from her pocket. Interesting thoughts, though, before leaving.
Samantha. See, sort of
Yeah,
like
sort
picks
of
up the
look
coin and like
over the
looks it
shoulder.
over. I believe we'll have our talk tonight, after the coronation. There's more I wish to say, but for now, I'll accept your generosity. As he takes the coin, palms it, and then like looks over at his men, who also like look at each other. A talk.
She sort of just gives a slight half nod and continues on out, sort of passing along.
Yeah, Samantha passes by Luna, she'll whisper over, just give me the word and I will curse him forever. I could do it.
His short-sightedness is enough of a curse already, but it is good to keep an eye on those who want to whisper behind your back. I'm glad you came with me. She sort of just gives her a pat on the back, I suppose. No. Let's go see how the Guildhall is doing, shall we?
As we leave, I do the I'm watching you like hand sign, but instead of using both hands, I'm using one because he only has one eye.
As you just see him, like, he just stares blankly at you, Luna,
Bar
as you just
tribe.
do your little symbol, and then walk outside of the Silver Skink, leaving the Hell's Hydras to Gloom and Gallow. As you guys will make your way up north quite quickly on your flying carpet, catching the eyes of many passerbys, until you'd reach the Guildhall, which, interesting sight, now finally seeing it completely finished. You see this quite wide wall, you think maybe over 100 feet, maybe 2 almost, surrounds almost like a fort of sorts, a high-rise wall with a gate that when opened up leads towards truly the closest thing you can imagine, with the provisions given to you by the Lynch estate to make the closest thing to an adventurer's mansion at the heart of Oakwell, where you guys find the doors have recently just been opened. So there were some individuals sort of walking around just trying to get better sight of it, some people walking to and fro. But as you guys enter, you guys would see the glorious and, at this point, just barely finished put together product that is your still yet unnamed Guildhall, which is
You're
currently
welcome.
filled with, it looks to be, a couple of familiar faces.
Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty.
Oh, look at it!
As you walk inside, you can see stretched before you immediately is this long table that It's hard to see exactly what it's made out of. It's thin, it's black, it's filled with cracks that seem to glimmer with some of the candlelight until you notice, oh, this is obsidian.
This has panned out quite nicely as Samantha just sort of walks down the length of the table, running her fingers down the smooth obsidian.
As you would find Logan Autumnwood sort of doing the same, just like looking down at this table, just checking this, how sturdy this thing is. Indeed, Samantha. Good day. As from the end of the table, ha! A king sitting in his throne. Oh, it's so quaint, Boulder. I love it. Look at this thing. It must weigh 2, 3, 4,000 pounds. Bet I could lift it. And you can hear the knight just sort of rumble. My lord, you will hurt yourself. As he looks up and sees you, Samantha. Samantha Deus, as I live and breathe. Good to see you again, my dear. As he just immediately leaps out of his chair, comes forward, takes your hand, and graciously bows and kisses it.
It is a pleasure to see you as well. I pray that you find the journey here quite safe and without trouble.
Oh, indeed, it was quite disheartening. Of all I've been hearing from the dangers of Mobia, it always breaks my heart when we find ourselves walking without trouble. So much adventure out here in the world. Why is nothing trying to constantly threaten our lives? Such mundanity. It's like, you, my lord, it is the safest path. You are the lord of coin. I know, but still, come on now.
I look to
missed
Boulder
him.
as he says this and just give him a look that says like, oh, you poor bastard.
He definitely looks resigned as Logan Autumnwood walks up, sort of following after you, Samantha, before he sees a knight walk inside the room wearing... What are you wearing, Quildor?
Wearing my new armor.
Your new armor, as Quildor steps forth in a different set of armor. No longer this bright silver-looking plate carved in the fashion of what looks to be the Tyrian cut with leaves and feathers across his body. Instead, it's this strangely, like, fit-to-form armor. The chest piece is in a solid plate now. It seems to be multiple, layered across this apparently really flexible base. It almost sees like the facets, and what one might call like the pecs and the abs of this armor actually bend as if it were part of him, as it seems like Quildor has found himself, or created himself rather, a suit of armor that marries the metals of both mithril, light and flexible, elven silver, as well as the hard and stalwart black steel known as adamantine, also known as dwarven steel. As we find ourselves with Quildor's new set of armor, no longer bright
look at
silver,
those
but
abs.
instead dark and heavy, to fit with a new helmet as well.
Look at those abs. Oh yeah. I'm fucking Batman.
Oh dear. This is an interesting change of pace, I believe. Well, now we'll be able to actually go places at night without you reflecting the entire moon. Interesting.
Quite a set of armor you've got there, Quildor. Where did you get that done?
By only the greatest smith in all the world. The mountain.
Oh, you saw Orny when you were there. Oh, makes sense.
Orny.
He's such
Oh
a
my
nice
fucking
guy.
God.
Of course, Orny. Friendly old Orny. Knew him when he was but a... What do you call a baby giant? A pup? A cub? A small? That's quite rude, my lord.
Tadpole.
That's
That's-
small.
At any rate, Samantha, I had a
Yes.
question. You said that you had something before the coronation, a presentation of sorts. Shall we set the stage? They've been kind of concerned where exactly you'll be holding this, well, presentation.
Yes, somewhere with a decent amount of space. I wager a number of people are going to want to see it.
Ah, perfect place for it then. Just wanted to ask.
Of course.
This is quite exciting, isn't it? This is going to be a great and wondrous day, as he just sort of looks around the walls of the guild hall. I can't believe we actually got this thing built. This is This is going to be a change for Oakwell, you know. I've never since had a true guild hall. I wonder... You might find some resistance following this decision, Samantha Deus. Other adventurers in town may not be too keen on accepting there to be I might call a heart of adventuring in their town. One that does not truly include them.
Then they can leave.
They can always be included.
I certainly hope they see that in as positive a light as I do. I know there have been a few who have been adamantly against such, but I'm certain all will be fine.
You won't have any problems from us. If trouble begins, it will be because of them.
Yes,
I
we do
certainly
not hope
trust you
to
in that.
stomp them out. We just hope to welcome them in with open arms. There are plenty of seats at the table, as you can see.
Oh, definitely. Yes, I must say it's going to be a good start, a good future, the beginning of Oakwell's greatest step forward. Lord Arthur, if you would you like to take a stroll with me? I believe my brother should be arriving in town soon with the others from Brokenridge. I believe they would very much enjoy seeing you for the first time in a year. Oh, of course. How's little Vinny doing? I haven't seen him since... How long has it been, Boulder? My lord, he just said a year. Oh, of course. Time passes so quickly. As you see Lord Arthur, as well as Balder, and Mayor Autumnwood making their way out towards... Sort of still doing some sightseeing along the way out, but making their way towards the exit of the still unnamed guild hall. As they will, I guess, pass by Lil Luna, who's hanging out. Oh, hello there, lovely. So good to see you again.
Right. Don't get fur all over the carpet. Or tile, or whatever the floor is made out of.
I'll try to clean up after myself. Well, Boulder, clean after me. As they make their leave, as you're left with Samantha, Quildor, and Luna, what are you guys up to in your guild hall? Just checking it out, leaving? What are you doing?
I already claimed a bedroom. It's funny.
Is that how that works?
I built it.
I paid for it.
I mean, we all paid for it.
That's actually not true.
This is what they do. They argue over the rooms.
Yep. And then we just burn the whole guild hall down.
But Samantha's the one.
There's not
with
enough.
someone to
There's
share
not
a bed
enough large
with.
rooms. We just burn the gardens so that we can build another room.
I collect my gaggle of children from the children's room. That's obviously over here with all of the
Yeah, how'd they do in their training over the last month? Does she enter the room? Do they just like attack her like a skilled unit?
It seems like the moment the door opens, they're all sort of minding their own business. All 6 of them sort of just sitting, I guess, in a circle. Some of them seem to be sharpening weapons, or the moment the door opens, you can see some of them hastily shoving them underneath beds. As it seems like they're since you've last left them, having now given them, I guess, a more permanent place in a society that didn't last more than just a few days. The kobolds have sort of made themselves a bit more familiar with the facets of modern living. You can see the seer was sort of just sitting, still not really used to beds yet. They all sort of seem to sit next to them and like against them. Seemed like they mostly slept sitting up. But, like the seer was going through his book, which now has been almost completely seared around the edges. Seems like magic practice has gotten a little out of hand, quite literally. The others seem to be sort of tending to their own wares, but the moment you enter the room, Samantha, they all snap to attention to turn and face you, as it seems like they've gotten a bit of I guess, back into the swing of things when it comes to obeying a leader, or in this case, a commander, as it seems like they've had some early rises for early morning training that they've had to be conditioned to prepare themselves for.
Seems like you all are growing up quite nicely. But now, with the festival coming to its apex, there's a time for some R&R. My wonderful little kobolds, go ahead and get yourselves changed and cleaned up for interacting with normal people. You can carry a knife or two, but keep them out of sight as best you can. Do you understand?
Ah, yes, nice, out of sight. And you can see a couple of them now putting like their shields away, like discarding some of their armor, turning up towards you. There is talk of challenge. Weapons be drawn. People be struck. May we fight.
What are you referring to? Somebody that sort of has to take a moment to contemplate, thinking back to the arena fight or that little circular contest. Is that what they're referring to?
Baby competition using weapons for children.
Ah, I think I recall that. I don't believe you're allowed to use magic. As she looks at Zasir, were you hoping to compete?
No, I will watch. It is my role as the leader. Second leader. I will yell at them to do better.
Which of you were hoping to compete,
As you can see, both, it looks like Gowl and Miriam step forward, one of them sort of holding their hand to the side. But still one good one, seems like. We have been trained by the heavy elf. We wish to test our skills.
And you two have learned to look after each other when it comes to fighting, right? The shield to Miriam's spear.
With a spear. But he is skilled with a shield. And this one is skilled with a spear, but does not know how to raise his shield. Gets battered all the time.
This one, my talent.
Sort of calls Gaul over to her. Alright then. Sure looks at the two of them. You two may enter. You must keep each other safe. I will be most proud if you two remain the last two standing.
As they look at each other and like just sort of like this weird, not really like a grin, but like they're trying to learn how to really smile like normal people, but most of it just looks like they're just like so tossing their heads back, just exposing all their teeth. The more teeth you show, the happier you are. As they gather their things, they have to basically prep themselves to be more approachable, less armored and more just casually clothed.
Yeah, get your fancy white clothes from.
Yes, still looked at a little weird in town, you may have noticed, but definitely up to the point where, with your name behind them, people know that they are not monsters, they are the Valiant Vanguards. As they will make their way off.
Look forward to seeing how maybe you have improved.
All right. And Cooler, what are you and Luna up to? You guys just waiting, hanging out for the duration of the day? Seems like it's gonna lead up to Samantha's presentation and then probably the coronation. If there's anything else you want to do during the day,
I'd go to the sword fighting thing.
sure. Following after the kobolds.
They're following after me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna join that conversation again. Sword one.
Okay.
After your
Absolutely.
humiliating defeat last year.
Uh-oh.
Moral victory, though.
As... Oh.
Samantha sort of takes a look at her greatest sort of impact on the world that she can see so far, besides literally killing a dragon. Sort of just taking it all in.
Corrupted.
I know this is a festival full of celebrations, my friend. There is a part of me, one that always looks in every direction. Be vigilant, Quildor. Mayor Autumnwood. His statements were not without cause. I knew the sort of consolidation of power, influence, and, well, notoriety. It will build alliances and friendships, but it will also create enemies.
Samantha. There's a reason they called me the Shield of Samaria.
Well, as long as we don't come back here and find it in flames, then I'll be happy.
All right. As the Valiant Vanguard, at least half of them, begins to make their way out into the town to join some festivities, Persephone and Swift Hollow, and as well as Javen, what are you guys doing? What games are you looking for?
I wanted to try a game that maybe Swift Hollow would like, and I know that she uses crossbows a lot, so the closest thing I could think of is taking her to the archery game that we did last year that Clyde is the champion of, if I remember right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they both have bow in the name, so it has to be
Yeah.
similar, right?
Certainly seems like
Apollo
it.
come along.
I mean, I figured your aim is pretty good.
Javen. Oh, her aim is deathly good. Javen. How are you doing, Javen? He's probably just like fucking about.
Okay, just going about town.
He has been, of course, through the entire the course of like the entire week. Javen has been up to his Javen shenanigans. You know, interrupting bands and playing his own horn.
Oh my fucking
Just
god.
random guild halls.
Javen. Oh, literally
Yep. Fucking causing chaos, the ephemeral red dragonborn he is. Just causing chaos and mayhem, of course. Just enjoying himself. And of course, you know, he would hang out with Persephone. Because they basically have the same energy of the festival.
Oh yeah, Purse intended to enjoy the festival fully this year because last year got cut short, so she got herself a dress tailored while she was in Cradle Keep, a beautiful flowy light blue gown that kind of wraps up along her shoulders and is decorated with fabric woven to be like flowers. All along the neckline and all along her hem. And she still wears her butterfly cape because why not?
Hey.
My butterfly
I guess
cape.
Javen right now would... Nice. So I guess Javen right now would actually go to the sword contest. Not for the sole purpose of winning, of course, but just to fuck around. Because he knows that when people miss him, he can just... Whoops, you hit the other person.
Oh, that's fun. Okay. Making your way down south. Okay. So, Persephone, Swift Hollow, and Clyde, you find yourselves at the archery contest. This set of targets set up just next to Carpe Lignum. It seems as if they've been donating their supplies of wood to make these large targets. They're made of hard wood to help keep the impact of arrows, as last year they remember that some arrows had cracked and broken their wood quite easily, so they have a bit harder targets this year. They sort of go over the rules again with you guys. It's a pretty simple competition. They have 3 sets of targets set up in a row. Each one you get a single shot at to try and strike the center. Depending on how well you get close to the center, if you hit the target, you earn a certain amount of points. If you match it, you earn the total point for the target. If you roll 5 higher, I guess 5 or higher, you get 5 additional points. If you crit, you get 10 additional points. As you'll see one set up only about like 10 feet away from you guys. One beyond that about 20 feet away from you guys. And the last one seems to be 30 feet away from you guys. All stationed out pretty far with just a simple base for you guys to stand at and aim. As your DCs will be 10, 15, and 20. If you guys want to take part, who wants to go first?
I'm gonna go first.
All right, Persephone, what are you going to use? It seems like they really don't want people using magic, because magic's kind of cheating. But as long as they're using like a bow or a crossbow or something, it should be fine.
Cannon. Use a cannon.
I'm here to use the bow, like I did last
All
year.
right, there you go. As you'll have 3 shots. Give us
What
your
do I
first
roll
shot.
for this?
You shooting your short bow,
You're shooting your
crossbow,
bow.
whatever you're using. You shoot
Yep.
your bow.
Gregory's
DC
obviously out there throwing swords at the targets.
Oh!
Yeet!
While
Crits
crying,
3
of
times
course.
in a row.
Take that, vampire!
He's guided by the tears.
All right. As
I
your
think
first shot, DC 10.
Short. I'm gonna use a short bow, but I don't have it on my sheet, so give me 2 secs.
Okay, sure.
Oh, snap.
Just
Clyde will go then. Clyde will go. She's putting that in her character sheet. Clyde will shoot.
I can't sing.
Oh,
There
she
you go.
got it. All right.
Ooh, as Arrow flies. Yeah, not too far away from you. The arrow flies with considerable amount of precision. You seem to be much more proficient with the use of attacking and fighting in combat. Your aim has gotten a lot better, Persephone, as you strike dead center of the target. Thunk, as you will earn yourself 15 points.
I completely missed it last year.
But you
Looks
still
like
have
you've
2
been
more targets
practicing,
to make.
Persephone.
Okay, and I got 2 more, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah!
Ooh, even better.
Bolt going flying again. Next target flying past this one. Thunk. Also into the one dead center, as you will earn yourself 20 points.
There's no way I'm gonna make this one. Oh yeah, no, there's no way I'm gonna make
As that last one
It's gone.
getting a little too excited, goes flying and bounces off the top of the farthest target and falls behind and hits the ground. As, yeah, that won't do it. A total of 35 points. Pretty good though, considerably higher than the average archer in town. And this came from a sweet little girl in a flowing dress. All right.
Big grin at Clyde and Swift Hollow.
Give her the thumbs back.
All right, Swift Hollow Clyde, who's going next?
I'll
You
go,
go
so
next.
then Swift Hollow can, show it up at the end.
Yep. Dark horse.
Yep,
Not
dark
really.
horse.
Everyone should
All
know
right,
her
First
name. by now.
one.
Ooh, that one will connect. Arrow going flying, striking the same near spot where Persephone struck, as that will earn you 15 points.
Second one.
Ooh, you can see aiming your next shot, bolt going flying, and then just barely, oh shit, it's gonna miss, barely lands within the center of this next target, as you will earn 15 points.
I did better than Clyde?
Alright, I'm gonna do something dirty, Omen.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna use my DM inspiration on Clyde.
Okay, go for
Clyde,
it.
when you said you were going to hang up the bow, I didn't think it meant literally.
Ooh, as that bolt goes flying through the air and strikes dead center of the third target, doing exceptionally well, as you will earn yourself 25 points. For a total of 15 plus 15 plus 25, that is beautiful 55 points.
I'm supposed to with Hollow could assassinate the targets, right?
How does your assassinate ability work, my friend?
In the first round of combat, I have advantage against anything that hasn't moved.
I'm gonna say you get advantage
Objects
on one
don't
shot of your
move.
choice, as you are
Sure.
very proficient at shooting things when they're not aware of you. This isn't really a creature, but you're good at getting for the kill shot.
Yeah. Focused. As with Hollow will... Looking around, she will pick up one of the longbows. It's been a while since I've handled something of my homeland. She just takes 3 arrows and steadies herself, raises the bow, closes her eyes and takes a deep breath with perfect elven stance, and fires an arrow at the 30-foot target first.
Oh, shit.
As
Flex.
Hey.
oh no, I didn't have my elven accuracy.
Yes,
Who
you do.
knows if I could have gotten? I mean, I got 19, but
You never know, you
Uh-huh.
can crit.
Hey!
I crit.
Hey! That's a crit!
I
As
nat
this bolt-
20, but it's a
The
GM roll.
But a fucking nat
But yeah.
20.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't
count.
As you see
Lies.
this bolt go flying, and you guys sort of blink and you look at the target, and he missed the first one. What? There's nothing there. And then the judge sort of looks behind. What did you even hit it? As they look behind
As
it, you can
you say,
see.
that's what I was already preparing the second arrow.
Persephone's pointing at the furthest away target.
As on that furthest away target, you could see, you don't really see the arrow. Instead, you see just the puff of feather sticking out from what looks to be the dead-eyed bullseye of that furthest target, as the arrow has found the right crack to just sink into the wood. As Swiftola, for that shot, you will earn yourself 30 points.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Let's make sure I actually have this set up correctly. My elven accuracy. Oh, there it is. But, although that doesn't really matter anymore. I can attack.
Crit.
Oof.
No, we roll low. We lose these? We lose these?
And the
It
same at the first
crit.
one. Which one are you shooting at? That's true. You did crit. So you do get advantage on your next shot.
Oh, you're right!
There you
But
go.
which one are you aiming at?
I got 20 again!
Which one are you aiming at?
The second one. The second one. She's
As
going
Second
backwards.
thing again. Bolt was flying again. What the fuck? But this time they're faster at catching it as the judge sort of turns and looks. Oh my god. As again, puff of feathers sticking out from the bullseye.
Do it again.
Of the second
Do it
one,
again.
As you
Do
will
it
earn
again.
yourself 25 points.
Oh my god!
As it,
One off. One
you
off.
still got
Twice.
accuracy. Alvin, oh, you already. Oh,
Yeah, I
you're
do.
right.
One
Nice.
off.
Wow.
Two 19s. Jesus.
As this
219.
last bolt comes flying and thunks dead center of the target, as you will earn 15 points.
You
For a
rolled
total
3 19s and 2
of
20s.
30, 55, 70 points.
Oh, it's 5 off from a perfect score.
As the judge is sort of, well done, adventurer. How does Clyde feel about that?
Oh, look at that! You finally found somebody better than me with the bow.
I just run at Swiftall. I'm just like grabbing her shoulders and just bouncing up and down. I can't believe that's the most amazing thing I've seen. Even Clyde didn't do that last year. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It almost
Well, I
looks
guess
like
it
her
is
cloak
quite easy when
activated. She's jumping that fast.
The shrill has been activated.
It's quite
Follows
easy
hit
to
blade,
hit
she
targets
puts
that don't move or defend themselves.
It's easy.
Keep
to
in
do
mind,
things that are-
we are dragon slayers, Persephone. Subtle flex, making sure everyone hears that.
That was
As-
so really freaking cool.
Along the way, you do see a somewhat familiar-looking elf man walk up, long twiddly mustache, stringing his bow, but it seems like he stopped after he saw these 2 impossible shots get made, and you see him unstring his bow one more time and just tread it as gracefully as he can, put it back on, and just walk in the other direction. As you recognize him as Keen, Clyde, the one who you stole your quiver from. I guess earned your quiver from.
Yeah, I didn't steal it.
Yeah.
Earned it.
As you guys are finishing up your competition with the arrow, Tempercon, are you just literally hanging out by the front gate, do anything? Are you want to get into the festivities at all? Or are you just waiting
I
for-
am running around town trying to find everybody.
Gotcha. I think at this point you'd probably make it towards the center. You want to make your way down to the guild hall while everyone else seems to be leaving and scattering across the town. I would say along your way, you would hear people are starting up one of the sort of newer festivities that begun here, where it seems like adventuring has become a bit more profitable, where it's actually quite easy to walk down the main thoroughfare of Oakwell, as it seems like the town is preparing for a foot race of sorts, from one end of town to the other.
Oh
But it will
god.
take place later in the day.
Oh god.
Quick, someone
I
team
will
up with
inquire
Javen.
about when that's happening to keep it in mind.
Oh, now the 2 monks have to like team up together, and then just blow everyone out of the water.
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay. But you would make your way towards the guild hall where you could see, it seems like it's finally come to fruition, this great building that I guess Samantha and some of the rest of the group have been working on for quite some time, as you'd find Samantha, Quildor, Luna, and the bundle of kobolds making their way out of the building.
Hello, have you seen Mr. Ah, Samantha!
Ah, there you are. You had me quite worried after you just up and disappeared. I was wondering if you were coming back.
Oh, sorry about that. I thought, given some time, I might look into some things. I didn't mean to frighten you all, just we had been using Persephone for our sort of own games. I didn't want to burden her for more, telling her that I needed to travel, so I thought it best just to head down. But more importantly, when is your you're still doing the globe thing, yes? Where you're showing our adventures.
Yes, the presentation, though that's supposed to be in a bit, I believe. I need to make sure these ones, as she sort of points to Gaul and Miriam, her 2 more martially inclined kobolds, and they want to enter themselves into the sword contest, and I want to see how they do. So I'm going to take them down there.
Look perfect. Oh, great. I have a bit of surprise. something I thought of along the way. Before your showing, would you mind coming to the North Gate? It will not be something you want to miss.
Certainly. I'll see about speaking with the mayor. Would you want everyone to see this?
Of course, and bring your friends as well. They are necessary.
Well, we can go from the North Gate, I think, to where we're having the performance. Sure.
Wonderful. I'll see if I can find the others.
No problem.
In an hour? Does that work?
Compare that to the frame of reference I have in mind for the performance. Should that fit in, God?
It should. It seems like your performance is going to be at the height of the day, before the coronation, which is going to take place that evening when some of the festivities have finally died down and people are available to gather for this great announcement. As right now it's like about close to noon. Probably like you're thinking like mid-evening would be your presentation, and then later in the evening, like dinner time, would be the actual coronation to follow.
I
Gotcha.
will say it will be a wonderful introduction to your presentation. If you know when you are going to be holding it.
Certainly. What's the worst that could happen?
Like that exactly! I'll go find the others in a few hours then. What is your presentation?
Yeah, it's supposed to be in about an hour or so.
Perfect. Just meant to North Gates in that time. Don't worry about the guards. I just talk to them. They're just doing what I ask.
Why would I have to worry about the guards tomorrow?
You don't!
Bloody
That is
hell.
what I am saying! As I start to run off.
Yeah, he told you not to worry about it. Why are you
Yeah,
worrying
don't worry about it. Quit worrying
I
about
don't
it.
understand why that's so fucking difficult to understand.
There's no takesy backsies.
He's perfectly clear.
So I lead my koboldian entourage towards the sword contest.
Swift Hollow, I believe this quiver lies yours. You won it, fair and square.
Actually, Clyde, you have something else this year to offer your good friend, or I guess new ally.
Oh, I do. Awesome.
So
Oh, God, I hope it's plus 8.
Varga insisted that because of your closeness and how hard she worked on your quiver, she really wants that to be yours. But in your time before this festival, you had a job. With your wood carving skills, you would be creating a sort of I guess your own quiver of sorts, using your own ability to shape wood and carve your own articulate design into the material to sort of simulate the effects of the swift quiver. As in your hand, pulling out a small case, a beautiful looking, it almost looks like the butt of a crossbow of sorts, but it's actually this like long, thin, very neatly designed quiver. Look for holding both arrows and bolts alike, but made by your own hands.
I made this, I figured if somebody would have won this year, besides me, I thought they might be able to use it.
Thank you. Oh,
Hey.
was it?
Ooh. Spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Good
As-
shit.
Oakwell has found themselves a new archery champion, and thus she carries with her a trophy of her victory.
Persephone, do you have a minute?
I should.
And she just kind of like grabs Persephone and walks her, a little bit away.
I'll be right back, Swifty. And they let Clyde drag me off.
So, what are you doing in like 4 months?
Oh God, what it's March. I might be going back home, or I might be back from visiting home. I intend to go back home within the next couple of months for I don't know how long.
I hope you don't take too long, cause I might be needing a babysitter.
Stephanie's eyes. Wait!
Yeah, a babysitter. Me and Barger are going to have a baby.
Okay, I understand that part. But also,
Did you think I was going to steal children or something?
Exactly what I did.
Somehow.
I mean, sure, I guess. I don't know. I've never watched children before. I'm the youngest. I'm usually the one being watched.
What about the groom roots?
Will it?
You watch them pretty well.
Persephone recalls that she is never in the forest with them. I guess.
Well, you better come back. You got to meet the little rascal.
Well, yeah. I'll come back and meet them. Clyde, that's amazing.
I mean, I think Matey's going to get a bit jealous, but whatever. He'll be fine.
Get over it. Maybe we'll get over it.
Alright, well, I better go check on her. Have fun.
You do that. Yeah. Persephone's just gonna like turn slowly and just go back to Swift Hollow with like this big grin, but also this oh fuck look on her face.
Swifty.
Yeah, Swifty. I like to give most of my close friends nicknames. I mean, it's harder for some than others, but Swifty's pretty easy. And also, I feel like
What's
if I try to give
Samantha's nickname?
well, that's the thing. If I tried to give Samantha a nickname, I don't think she would like it because all I could really think of off the top of my head is Sammy, and Luna could be anything from Lulu to Looney, and I don't think either of those are great options. So I think they like their names too much. But if you don't like Swifty, I can...
Marcon.
Okay, so I guess I've only come up with one for you. Do you not like it? I could just call you Swift Hollow. That's okay.
Fine.
Okay.
Suppose it has some tactical use.
Oh,
We're done
yeah.
here.
Yeah, we are. Hey, what are you doing in a couple of months? Do you want to help me with babysitting?
Like raising children.
Not like raising, more like watching.
Are they elves?
No, they're a Goliath tabaxi. Persephone shrugs. I don't know.
What in the goddamn? Uh-huh.
So, I'll imagine that Swift Hollow.
That's how you make lion folk. It's fine.
Exactly all those things. Oh, like a Goliath tabaxi. What in the goddamn fuck? I mean,
What in the goddamn? What in the goddamn abomination? What are they gonna be?
Hollow's
fast
home
and strong?
accent comes back
Yeah, the elven accent
from
comes
the
back.
old country.
Fuck. Yeah, what the fuck?
I suppose. I wouldn't mind.
Okay, that's good, because Clyde asked me to do that, and I don't know if Clyde realizes I've never watched kids, and saving a tribe of docile goblins and visiting them is not really the same as watching children.
Well, neither have I. Teach them how to use a dagger.
So, oh, don't do that. Okay. More games as I grab Swift Hollow and I go try to drag her off to another game.
They can help you make poisons.
I can teach them all the good skills, like how to stab people in the nuts and how to aim a crossbow.
No, don't do that!
I'll teach them to be the best goddamn assassins this world has ever seen.
on quick foot, Tamarkan, after all this revelry, you'd finally arrive, hearing tale of, someone apparently just destroyed the archery contest. Nobody really wants to go participate anymore.
It's with our love and their money. Ah, it's good to see you. I missed it, didn't I? Oh, it's alright. Is it just you two? I know I'm in a bit of a rush. I have something happening. Like an hour. What?
You wanted to do the archery contest.
I just wanted to take a moment ago when I was running this way. Apparently someone won.
Points at
Yes, so it's
Swifthollow.
me.
Ah, congratulations! Oh, that reminds me. Maybe you should have these. We talked about this before. Might help, as I'll hand over my magical arrows that I don't need anymore. I guess another prize for your victory.
Why can't I don't use a bow?
I thought I saw you use a short bow a while back.
For the contest. No, those were arrows were poisoned.
Ah, never mind then. Anyways, having a bit of a surprise, introduction also to Samantha's presentation. Northern Gate in like an hour. Can you be there?
Yeah, we can be there.
To watch or
Wonderful.
to help?
Just be involved. You do not have to do any. Persephone though. Owls?
How many?
8?
Big or small?
Big.
I'll do
The
big.
bigger the better.
Okay.
Wonderful. Do you know what everybody else is? I talked to Samantha. Luna was there, I think. I think I saw her. You know what everyone else is?
No, I would have thought Luna was with Samantha.
No, that's what I said. I think I saw her around Samantha. I talked to her, but I thought I saw her.
You mean Swifty, and then Samantha and Luna, and then who's left? Koldor?
Yeah.
I just went to check on his wife. I haven't seen Javen. I don't know where Koldor is.
Alright. I'll just have to take a bird's eye view, I suppose.
Have you tried the Watchman's Post? I think he
I-
still hangs out with Bea.
Not really sure what that is, but I will take a look. Thank you very much. I'll see you in an hour or so. Turn around, start shooting off again. Think I saw some guards over in this direction.
Yep.
Why
Guys,
are
I
they
hope he
looking for
doesn't-
guards?
Gods, I hope he doesn't get arrested today.
Yep. By the time you make it back to the Watchman's Post, you see Bea Volk. I guess this person is supposed to be in charge. Gathering some soldiers around. Some of them seem to be, at ease, taking off some of their armor, trying to enjoy the festivities while others are taking on new shifts. As for Clyde it points out like, he just left a little while ago with some of them little gremlins that Samantha's brought into town. They're heading down south to the sword competition or something. Kind of gonna want to bring some people there just in case those little creatures cause some trouble. They probably shouldn't, but you never know.
That sounds like sword competition. I'm sorry, did I hear you talking about Clyde?
Oh, Clyde?
Yes.
He's probably up north, I don't know, at the archery contest?
And Quirto, he said he went south.
Yeah, I think he went south.
I'm very confused. Alright, thank you. Start shooting off down south.
Okay. As you will make your way down south about the same time, that looks like the sword fighting competition is being basically put together. Let's see. We got 2 dudes, a couple kobolds, taking up some arms down there, as well as Kuldor and Javen, it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you probably catch the tail end of it just coming in when things are getting set up, Tamarcon, if you want to join in, you can put your last minute ballot in, otherwise you can just hang out. Seems like they're starting a competition.
Like it's already starting, so I'm just gonna hop myself up on top of a building to get a good view and just sit down and watch as I see the competition unfold.
Alright, one sec.
Bran better be here. If he's not here, I'm beating his ass.
Oh, Bran is not
Yikes.
here right now. He's off doing
he's
something else,
getting-
it seems.
He's getting beat up.
As it looks like your kobold friends, as well as some people in town, have come in to join in the revelry of this fight. It seems as if this fight's a bit more controlled than last year. There were still some regulations placed in for the sake of safety. They are not using, just like last year, real swords. Instead, they are using clubs. They are shaped like swords, wooden swords, basically, that, wouldn't kill anyone. They're just softened around the edges enough that you can't really land a killing blow unless you just really try to beat someone to death with them. Fortunate for the kobolds, they're pretty, most of them can be pretty fragile, but these ones are quite tough. As well as armor. As you would know, in this sword fight, there is no use of armor, and even then, doesn't really have much use in this fight, as it is a contact-based combat. Either you are knocked out and all your hit points go flying away and you fall unconscious, or you get struck 3 times and fall. You're allowed the use of a wooden shield, which just constitutes as a regular shield, but otherwise, for your own protection, you are provided padded armor. Unless you wish to use no armor. As that's the first obstacle you run into, Quildor, is you come in, all this armor, magic flaming sword. So sorry, you could use a shield, but you gotta wear this soft padded armor. It's not gonna help you in this fight. It might actually hurt you even more, because it's not really maneuverable in super big armor. It doesn't really offer you defense in terms of your dexterity. So everything would be contact based.
Just trying to see quick.
How bright is it? Is it still the
How
middle of
bright?
the day?
It's still the middle of the day. Sun is beating down upon you all. Luna, you also there joining the sword contest? That's right.
So what?
Yeah.
AC would be 12?
Yeah.
But is it possible to
12.
use the club with a short sword?
It basically counts as a finesse item. It is enough. It is carved in a way that you can use your dexterity to do it. It seems that's how Clyde actually was able to stand his own in the fight last time. Able to nimbly use this little tiny bludgeon of wood to strike down his foes quickly.
Yeah, just sort of pull my little kobold boys aside as they sort of change from their casual clothes into this padded armor, getting their gear. I sort of spend some time sort of helping them like put it on, so to speak, and tying it up in the back. And as I'm doing this, I'm just sort of even though I know the rules, so to speak, I just sort of take some time to sort of speak to them as a leader. And just lay into them that this is just a stepping stone. And while I want to see them succeed, I know that they have plenty more room to grow, and that above anything else, they should look out for each other. They should help each other succeed, and that would make me more proud than anything else, and would still see them rewarded. Though, of course, the better they do, the more I'll lavish upon them, etc., etc. I just want to sort of take a few moments to try to get them psyched up and inspire them for the fight, as I'll express some belief in them, at least to be able to beat the commoners.
Sure enough.
Mommy
Yes,
will love you
it's
if you win or lose, and afterwards we'll go for ice cream.
We will go for ice cream. It'll be funnel cake though, but ice cream nonetheless. I'll
Wait,
try
is
to
it
give
just like
them.
the powdered sugared stuff, or are we getting berries on this funnel cake? Are we getting chocolate sauce? What kind of funnel cake is this?
Whatever funnel cake you want. I'm
All right,
personally.
good. We're getting fucking strawberries and whipped cream, baby.
So I'll try to give them 15 temporary HP.
16.
And just, oh yeah, that's right. We gained a level. I gotta update it. Give them 16 temporary HP, and just more so focusing on just trying to deepen my connection with them.
Okay. As with a number of people joining this time, you see a couple more guards, a few spare adventurers joined within the ranks. It seems as if all of you have been equipped with whatever armor and arms you would need. You're allowed the use of a short sword made of wood, which is a club, the use of a shield if you want to use a shield, and padded armor. So your armor class and attacks will be adjusted as such.
Yep.
As get this.
I'm
moved
just
over here.
letting my muscles just be glorious. I don't think the padded armor is going to do anything more than what my muscles are.
Okay.
So I think what my AC is
Does
12.
Javen have to use a club?
They want you to use it.
Okay, Javen will use it.
Yeah.
He's not wearing armor. Fuck that. Go away.
Nice. As for expediting sake, right? Yeah. Nice. Okay. For the sake of moving things along, we will not have a full-on combat for this, because that will take far too long, as it did last year. It was a entire chunk of a session. So instead, this fight will be mostly regulated down to sort of a what you do sort of situation. Theater of the mind. The bell is rung. You can hear, even from the now more crowded stands this year than last, a familiar voice calling out this individual wearing much more reserved clothing, not as quite as bright, flamboyant, and open as before. Instead, wearing like a cloak to protect him from this sort of winter chill. As you hear this announcer calling out, "It seems that these challengers of Oakwell are going to engage in some common combat. The use of wooden swords that even children can fight with. Not quite as exciting as one might find in the grand city of Roka, but still a great challenge nonetheless." As Vin just seems to have overtaken Bea's role as announcer, just as he goes to speak and announce, this golden, glowing half-elf just stands up in the stands and sort of just takes over. And next to him, sort of having a fun little time laughing at the expense of it seems to be the guard captain, a familiar face that only really, I think you've met, Samantha, in your short time in Crossway. A very important individual who seems to be a bit as floaty as some of these nobles that you've met recently. A brass-scaled, long-horned, well-dressed dragonborn by the name of Zarsekrum, the Lord of the Crossing Paths and considered to be the presiding ruler over the city of Crossway. As he seems to be seated next to Vin, having himself a good old guffaw at the expense of the captain. But with that announcement, the bell is rung. Boom! And the adventurers take their place and step forward. As all around you guys, you will find 1, 2, 3. Here we are. No, where'd you go? Come on out. Get out of
I
here.
want the new thin borders that all the new fresh tokens have.
There we are. As it seems like in total, after like the first few, maybe seconds of the fight, the more skilled individuals take out the sort of up-and-coming challengers, farmers, simple tradesmen who want to take their hand at a sword. Quickly becomes apparent that even though this competition is safe and friendly, they still are facing off against the skill of adventurers and trained guards. As you guys will find yourselves standing off against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total guards. As starting at the top, Quildor.
No Hydra?
No Hydra, unfortunately.
Oh, cowards.
Mm-hmm.
I would just, try to get the guards out of the ring.
Sure. Give me, I'll say each round, get your attacks in.
Oh boy.
How many rounds? Is this first round?
First round. Ooh, as that will connect, that will connect, that will connect. 3 attacks, boom, boom, boom. Both striking in this creature all at once. You see.
Wait. I want my fighting spirit.
Okay.
Okay.
As with those flurry of strikes, all 3 of them connecting with this man, you think the last strike you hit him with seems to daze him. His eyes roll in the back of his head. As although you've struck him 3 times and rendered him loser of this competition, it seems you've also knocked him out.
Whoop, whoop.
Is that will run his turn? Javen, it comes to you.
Javen, right before, the game started, he fucking gets drunk on Dragon's Bite and doubles his speed again. So he has 110 speed. So he's just flying around the entire arena, just like slapping people on like the butt with the club. Not really trying. He's just causing chaos and hijinks.
Okay, just dashing around everyone. Okay, so if you're whacking people with it, are you just trying to like help them, hurt them, trying to give them points off
He's just bopping them.
Okay, so give me a couple of attack rolls.
He's just giving him a bop. Okay,
nice.
I didn't actually set up the club, so
You usually unarmed strike. It's the same thing for you basically, because you're a monk. So you're.
Oh yeah, I'm a monk. It's a monk weapon.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh dear God, this poor guy.
Oh God,
roll
he's dead.
Roll me the damage. Roll me the damage real quick. As the one strike, you bop him on the ass, and it catches him off guard, and he ends up falling as another person whacks him with a sword and seemingly knocks him out. As with one strike, you actually knock out one of the guards. Sort of by someone else's hand, but still.
As Javen's just flying around the entire battlefield. Boop.
Give me that boop.
Probably like bonk one of the kobolds.
Okay. Let's see. Your armor. No shield. Actually, he's got his shield, but not a good shield. 2 + 2. Yeah, that second strike, it seems like one of the kobolds takes a lick as he will get hit by 1 club attack.
Bop. And then that last one was just martial arts.
Nice. As that last one does sort of smack him on the butt, but it gets close as he sort of catches it by the end of his tail and whips his tail against it, as it seems like he's gotten a bit more training to ward off attacks, as he will take one hit.
Shaven, away.
Alright.
Away. Yeah, jumping away without a reprieve from him.
Yeah, as it seems like he tries
the
to
speedy Dragonborn man.
tries to reach out and catch you and poke you. It seems like he's not quite able to reach you in time, and so instead he turns around and goes after the next closest creature, which seems to be one of these guards, as he will take his little club in hand. What is it? There we are. As he will do that. What are you doing? Why isn't that? Come on.
Bob.
There we are. As he will try to swing up and get a couple strikes into this guard with his tiny little wooden sword. Bah! Ooh, just enough to get past defenses and whack him in the side. The sword coming up. Whack! Ooh, that one not quite making it. As it seems like the moment he swings his sword and catches this guard in the leg, he swings again and it causes the man to pull away at the last second. As he seems to be more acutely aware. But as he will return fire on this little guy, let's see. There we are. As he will return fire. Ooh! As he will whack little Miriam right across the face with this wooden sword. Not doing a whole lot of damage to him, still seeming to keep his weight about him, but he does take a strike to the face, as that's 2 attacks. But in return, Tiny Gao comes up behind with his own wooden sword, and it seems like using Miriam as a distraction, comes in for a hearty blow from behind, as he's going to have some advantage on his attacks.
Pack tactics.
And bah!
Yeah.
As the 2 well-placed blows, you can see this man's eye, like he gets hit twice, and it seems like he's barely still standing on his feet after those blows, but after he finds himself on his foot, Vin calls out with a whistle, "That's 3 strikes on the guards! The beasts have won!" As he ventures away. But now Luna. This man here seems like he has a bit of a vendetta from last year, as he's turning his club your way.
What did I get selected? I don't remember.
That's the guy
22.
you scorned.
I don't remember this.
That's the guy you're supposed to go on a date with.
That was me.
Oh, was it
As he will-
Samantha?
Yeah, that was
As
Samantha.
he will swing his club up towards you with a seemingly strange, unfamiliar hostility towards you. As he will whack you with a 22.
That was supposed to be my girlfriend.
Okay, as whack, you get hit by this club. You know, you've taken worse blows, but that is 1 strike against you. As Luna, it comes to you. You have a club in your hand, armor possibly. What do you do?
Luna is actively avoiding most of her allies, knowing they are much better at physical combat than she is, especially without the usage of her magic, since she can no longer really hide it well without subtle cast. But she's going to try and sow a bit of discourse in the field, just kind of reaching into people's minds, kind of being having them avoid her and mostly going after maybe people that they perceive as friends, just kind of whisper like very damning information into their ears. Some telepathy. Maybe, oh, that guy behind you is trying to sneak up on you. You should turn around and hit him.
Are you doing this to everyone on the field?
I'm trying to.
Okay. I would roll a deception check, as it seems like you're trying to frick with these people's minds.
How wooed.
Try to look at their minds poshly.
Against the guards, and everyone here's pretty familiar with you, so I'm gonna say no. All right. Let's see. And all right. As it seems like one of the guards is the one who's basically frequently swinging a sword at you, pretty keen on this weird magic. Someone's messing with me. I'm gonna win this time. Still coming after you, Luna. The one who was thinking about coming up from behind to sort of strike an opportunity strike, realizes, oh, wait a minute, he might leave himself open for the night as he keeps himself away from you and focusing on Quildor. And it seems like although Gal is still focused, looking for the next target, trying to strike down the dragon, Mirim's sort of uncertain. He's got 2 strikes down, 1 more to go, as he sort of like pulls himself back for a moment, a little hesitant.
As I will strike out after that and attack me.
All right. Ooh! Whacking him across
Nice.
the face heartily. Bah! As you see, you get 1 blow in, but he sort of seems dazed. His eyes sort of blink a couple times as he is barely conscious.
And with that date, I'm run the fuck away from him.
As you run the fuck away from him, he's like, "Get back here!" As this guy turned away from his target, Luna, instead turns towards you, Quill, trying to swing his club at you. There you are. A 13?
Yep.
As it
Should
seems like
be my
it whacks
18.
against your body. As that will be 1 strike against you. 5. As it comes back to you, Quildor.
I'll go into my fighting spirit, and that guy next to me, I'm gonna whack him.
Oop, that'll connect.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait, okay, and then the second whack.
Oh,
and
that'll also
third
connect.
whack.
As all 3 flurry of blows strikes him down, and I guess after the second hit, as you're going for the third one, you barely connect as his body goes down to the ground as he is unconscious. You are incredibly strong for this fight. These men are not quite a challenge.
Yep.
All right. As it comes down to you, Javen, it seems like the numbers have been thinned in a matter of seconds. That's the kobolds.
Who's left? It's just the kobolds.
Looks like the kobolds. You've got the guard facing up against Luna, who's took a hearty blow. And it looks like Luna and Quildor, your 4 allies. What do you do?
Raven will come up to this guard and then boop him on the butt.
Yes. Poop that butt.
Tap
Give
that.
him that
Oh wait, no,
boop
that's the
bump.
wrong character sheet. That's the wrong character sheet.
Yes,
I crit again. I crit again.
As you just
Fucker,
strike
that's
him,
monk ever!
just
Why'd you stop playing
blindsiding
Javen?
him. Blindsiding him with the edge of your club, spinning him in the air, and he ends up falling down unconscious.
And Shaven comes over to Luna and then just pokes her on the face. Boop.
Ow.
Touch.
Just a quick little prod
Not
in the
doing
face.
damage, but just touching her.
Yeah, just prodding
Poking her
him
on the
knowingly.
nose.
If there's no damage, it doesn't count that way.
Yeah, he's just poking in the
Yeah,
face.
he's skedaddles over here. Yeah, he's just giving you a touch. Boop. As he skedaddles away. Positioning himself tactically between 2 kobolds. This should be funny. As he gets more drunk. Because it's Javen.
True.
It's
All
time
right.
for drunk. It's
It's
time for
time
the
for
ultimate drunk.
The ultimate drunk.
Prepare for drunk, as Javen is under the effect of 2 alcohols.
Ah!
Oh,
God
no.
damn.
He is drunk.
All right. As it comes to the kobolds' turn, who swell up a little bit, they're going to take their swords in hand, realizing now you've positioned yourself in a weird place. They've been training to take down one target the last month. Now it seems like one's literally opening himself up as they're going to throw themselves forward. As Mirim is going to try and get a couple attacks off of you with a little bit of advantage. As one
Yes.
club comes towards you. Ah!
Do it, kobolds. Smack him.
So the dragon dude, that's 21, but it does add
21?
my con. So I know we're doing like touch AC or something to that effect.
No, so you're not wearing armor, so your armor is just your armor.
Oh,
Yeah, you're dodging.
No,
That's-
it misses.
if you're a big plate mail guy, you got to wear some light armor. It's gonna be hard for you to dodge because again, it's touch you with the sword basically. But
okay.
but because you're dodging
Yes,
boy,
he
you can
tries-
avoid it.
As he tries to come at me, Javen just does this weird move where he just like, ooh, look, a penny. As he just dips down as it hits the other kobold.
As the rose
As he
fly,
redirects attack.
does it get the re-roll or does it just use the attack?
Same roll.
Oh shit, yeah. As that'll definitely attack, swinging past and ah! As it seems like the strike lands and bashes across this creature's face, getting one strike against his ally. As immediately Gal just turns and starts snarling back. What are you doing? As he will go in for a second strike. but missing this
Shaven
time.
dodges again. This time it's more obvious as he just like ducks out of the way and it hits goal again. But actually, no,
As a
he just
reaction.
jumps. He jumps up. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Uh-huh.
You're right.
I was like, oh, that's so cool, but
God.
unfortunately, as
Yeah,
he
yeah,
just
you're right.
dodging
That's
that one.
worded so weird because it says it just hits.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what
So
tips
it's like,
is
oh, they
for.
rolled a nat 1.
Yeah,
It
that's
hits.
so good.
Yeah, it hits regardless.
As he
Yeah.
swings from behind, trying to catch you off guard with advantage as well. 13 and Ooh, 23 this time.
Oh no, he got my tail.
As he ends up whacking the side of your tail. As you'll only take about 4 damage, but you
cheating.
do receive a single strike.
Yeah, hey, that's cheating. My pendant. Oh, Shaven like makes a giant spectacle.
My
He does like the
tail.
soccer ball thing. Oh no.
Here,
Oh,
you hold your head and scream as you crouch over. My tail!
as he just puts on a fucking performance.
Nice. As this it seems like Gal's quite happy as he whacks the side of your tail with this wooden sword. Ah! But then sort of seeing you make this big mockery of things, he's like trying to comprehend. Is he actually mad? Is he making a fool of me? As comes to you, Luna, you see Javen dancing around with the kobolds, but Quildor, having just suffered a single strike, seems to be taking down dudes with a single flurry of blows.
Yes,
What do
that's
you
right.
do?
I took my level in monk, so now I can do flurry of blows.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be on the other side of where Pillars to be over there. Not to deal with him. I'm gonna try to come up behind Javen while he's distracted by the kobold and try to smack him in the back.
Get that Mac. Ooh, 19. Probably not gonna do it.
And then I'll whisper into the kobold's minds again and just be like, we should really get rid of this big dragon. He's making fun of us. We should kill him.
Let's roll me a deception or deception check. I'm gonna say deception check.
Yeah, because I'm pretending to be their own voices, but like not them.
Yeah.
Murder check.
Our other mommy said hit him.
Oh.
I do like hitting things. I also like hitting things.
They do.
Slay the dragon!
And I'm a hop skip away.
Hop, skip away. As it comes to you, Quildor, it seems like the bundle of reptiles are currently fighting each other. Luna got a swing in, but not quite making it.
I am going to walk up to Javen. I'm going to go into my fighting spirit, and I'm going to swing my club.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
As that will be 2 strikes.
Oh no. Oh, the humanity. And Shaven dies, quote unquote. Oh no. As he just lays down on the floor and he starts pulling out red ribbon from somewhere. Dying.
Roll me a performance check with advantage.
With acrobatics? Because I'm
Nope.
drunk.
Sure, go for it.
With my
With your-
daring moves.
yeah,
Yeah, he can do
finally, in retirement, you used your phone.
It's actually adding my dex, but you know.
Yeah.
As it's a +5. +5 to whatever I roll.
Hey,
24.
Four.
Dying.
as you can see,
Dying.
the crowd
Dying.
just begins laughing at this, as it seems like you've made yourself this great clown of a moment. Even the kobolds are confused. He slayed a dragon! As making your way, sliding across the ground out of the arena.
Yes, he
sliding
just
with the
scooches
ribbon.
down with his back as he just scooches down.
As,
As he just drinks more.
alright. As these kobolds, they see the dragon they were keen on slaying has been defeated, they look up towards Quildor. You
Come
took
on,
a
kobolds.
dragon! As they're going to throw themselves at you. As Gal will get 2 strikes coming at you with some advantage. Ah! 19. Ah! 14.
Yep.
As Gal's 2 strikes poof, poof, will be the 2 mouth strikes.
Oh, you've gotten me.
Victory! As he puts a tiny foot on yours before you get up and leave, just sort of hold up his club to the air. Champion of Velquel! As As Gal, seeing his prey fall, turns towards you, Luna. Yeah! I guess that was Gal. Be Miram turning his way towards you. As he's going to attack normal.
Attack normally?
Normally, yes. He's basically running away from Quillor and his ally to go get you. As he's going to swing normally at you. Yeah! 10. Swing again. Yeah! 23.
Oh, that'll hit.
Yeah.
All right, as it seems to connect with you.
3?
What?
I think that's 3.
Oh, you think it's 3 hits?
Got Javen and then. Kobold.
All right.
Yeah, she wasn't tracking it on her.
I see. As that last strike connects, as he sees. Nope. How do you exit, Luna? What's your way of exiting?
After getting hit, Luna looks down at the kobold. They're basically children. She's gonna just kind of pat it on the head.
I slayed you! Oh my god, I fucking
I'm
love
not gonna
him
do
so
dramatic
much.
exit, but you slayed me. Good job.
As you see these 2 kobolds, last one in the arena, as Vin calls out, I can't believe it! We need more people here to view this, can you imagine? The valiant vanguard, the soon-to-be-named Red Dragon Slayers of Oakwell have fallen to kobolds! But who shall remain the final kobold, the prime kobold? All eyes in Oakwell should fall upon this moment. Why aren't there more people here? What's wrong with this town? As Gal and Miram circle one another, facing each other off in what seems to be a final and confrontation, as they're going to pull out their swords.
We're still around.
And then throw themselves forward, as Gal will go first, sword in hand, no longer fighting an ally, fighting his enemy. Swinging once, Ooh, not doing it as Miram pulls away, swinging a second time, Ooh, but too wide. It seems like he's a bit too eager to take down his foe, as Miram seems like he has one strike left. As Miram with his sword in hand, swings downward, trying to catch Gal on the head. Ooh, and bonking him on the head heartily. Yeah, he sort of raises up his hand and rubs his... What's that?
Which one slayed me?
Which one slayed you? Yeah, Miram.
Miram.
From the sidelines, I don't like him anymore, so Luna's just going to reach into his mind and try to intrude on his action.
Oh.
Damn it, Luna.
Oh, sore loser.
I have a clip from last year calling you
Okay.
a sore loser too.
As...
Consistency.
Oh, he's got to make a wisdom. Oh, so he's about to swing down at Gal, then. Interesting.
That is
As
an
he's gotta make
interesting
a-
spell.
Wisdom save. Using some new magic. So you trying to do this stealthily, Luna?
Yeah, I'm trying to like be in the crowd, but not like too far away since I have to be within 60 feet.
Okay. I would say give me a straight up stealth check. It's going to be a little difficult. Ooh, it seems like your actions are a little verbose, I suppose. But it seems like, fortunately, there's so much hype being drawn for this kobold fight that you're able to just get away. Nobody else seems to say or notice anything. You think you might get in trouble otherwise, as he's got to make a wisdom save. Oh, as it seems like he does not make it. His mind sort of gets blanked for a moment as, what does he do?
Luna kind of thinks about her actions and feels the weight of spirits just kind of looking at her, shaking their heads. She'll let him keep attacking.
Just a control thing. As he will swing his sword. I'll count the last one as he swings down and bonking Gowl on the head as he holds it in pain. And then Miram swings his sword one more final time. And some catches Gowl across the face. Not enough to knock him unconscious, but you hear the bell ring as it seems like at final last there was a champion of the sword fighting competition as Miram, raising his hand to the air with a tiny wooden sword, calls out in a great tiny battle cry, "Victory! Miram the champion! All of
Is
you
he,
bow!"
As he calls out so handily and so proudly, I will just quickly cast out a bit of magic behind him, as I will cast a little major image and just make it look like basically his name gets spelled behind him in fireworks.
All right, just magic happening.
Mirror him.
As people get caught off guard as you're being called. Now that's more like it. You see it here, folks. The champion of the Valiant Vanguard. Those who defeated even dragon slayers themselves. Miram, the sword master. As you see some of the guards who are still conscious and some of the adventurers actually walk over. Miram like points his sword at them defensively as they grab him by the wrist and then like lift him up above the crowd as people start to cheer his name. As it seems like the sword fighting competition has finally come to an end with a new champion in it. No longer Clyde Arthur Thimble passed on the torch to Miram, the sword master.
Feeling quite proud, Samantha does go and scoop up Gaul as well, praising him for fighting quite well and for holding the line, allowing Miram to succeed.
We have been trained well. We know how to strike down strong prey. Even if that weak one got in a cheap shot on me.
You're both quite strong. I'm proud of you. Come, there's still many more celebrations to be had. Miram, you've done quite well.
My hand is weak, but my other is strong. I carry the heavy shield of this group. I am a champion!
As he punches in the air again. Seems like he is right in the high.
I think you gotta switch those around.
Oh, is it? Okay.
My hand is strong!
Gaul is the shield. I did not expect them to win.
I knew they
Samantha
would.
knows how to pick her champions down.
I've been training
As-
them.
Hopping down from a building, making his way quickly over Quildor, sort of brushing off some of the dust from yourself. You'd see familiar face you haven't seen in about a month. Namarcon.
Welcome back.
Crowd, everybody in my way. As the crowd sings. Nice of you to let them have their fun, Glenna. It was interesting to watch.
Well, there weren't any of the Hydra, so no need for me to win.
Behind us. Who is they?
People that are not happy about the guild hall. I'm gonna head back there now.
Before you go, I talked to Samantha about this. I do not know if she has mentioned it. I've got a piece of the celebration that I brought with me. But I very much would love your participation. I suppose it's about a half an hour now. But in the northern gates, I have a little surprise planned. Will you be there, please, my friend?
Right. Did you bring back the pig?
Of course!
The farmer has been worried sick.
I brought some other supplies to compensate him for. he won't be disappointed. But
Good.
you know,
I'll see you at the
little
Northern
pig
Gate.
has been he's been a very valuable friend for the last couple of weeks, I suppose.
Hmm.
So have an hour, yes?
Yes.
Flash.
I'll
Alrighty.
take
as-
Gaul and Miram through the streets, try to find like some food stands or something, and get them both something good to eat. You know, just take my winning children to Pizza Hut so they can get whatever they want.
Take them to Chuck E. Cheese, and then
Yes.
give them all the tokens.
Where a kobold can be a kid. And maybe eat one.
As
Possibly.
some time will pass, the adventurers will do their prep. Some of them feeding their newly named champions, others just carousing the town, meeting some familiar faces, seeing what they're up to. As eventually, an hour will pass, and we'll find ourselves town of Oakwell quieting, as it seems like the gates begin to open to the far northeast. Some of the town begins to part as some of the crowd starts to gather around. It seems like there's a bit of a commotion. Some of the guards have gathered up along the wall, sort of lining the actual parapets around to sort of see what's going on. As it seems like they're almost like they're ushering something in. It's almost seems like nobility is coming into town, same way that they get excited when Lady Blackburn had entered just hours before, as well as those who came from the far east of Skyreach. But this time, there's a bit more of a ruckus being caused.
Yeah, you might
What
have noticed
exactly
the
do you hear?
town, but elegantly dressed individuals were handing out flyers of sorts that were advertising a true introduction to the Dragon Slayers, the Valiant Vanguard, and to not miss it at the Northern Gate. As you approach, you can see that, much like the foot race, the aisle has been cleared. The guards have seemed to actually sectioned off the alleyways, keeping everyone out from the main thoroughfare, and the gate itself is actually closed. And as you approach, the portcullis is down, and behind it is just a thick layer of fog.
What?
Persephone, though, for some of you with keen ears, you might hear a coming from the far end. Thank you, everyone! Oh, everyone, this way, this way. As it seems like Tamar Khan has been sort of mingling with the people on the side of the streets as you approach, as he starts to realize that you come together, as he's going to gather you up in front of the main gate. Thank you all for coming. This is
What did you
something
do?
I thought, and it should be a good bit of fun. First off, Samantha, where are your friends?
The kobolds, they're with me.
They're still at Chuck E. Cheese.
I have
Yeah,
something
they're all
for
in front
them.
of me.
I move a hand over to one side, seeming to wave someone over as two individuals run over, and they seem like their arms are just covered in gold jewelry. As they run over, as they start to try to, they seem apprehensive at first, but they start to try to drape this gold jewelry over the kobolds.
What?
Don't worry, it is a costume. Not really gold. Yeah, if you all would like, there's not much to say because to see it happen. But everyone, I thank you all for coming today. I'd like to show you something magnificent. As I look over at the guards, nod my head as the portcullis starts to rise, as you start to hear the beat of drums, as you hear boom, 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 as heavy footfalls start to head through the gate. As you see the emerging of one large gray foot, as a gigantic creature emerges from the mist, and one at a time, the creatures emerge. As the music starts to take up its beat, Tamar Khan jumps up onto the head of the elephant. As you can see, others are ushering you towards the elephants yourselves. It seems like they have ladders in place for you to ascend.
What on earth have you
supposed to
done?
reach on those?
Okay. When do you need the owls?
I'm your ready, Persephone.
Okay. I'm going to climb into my elephant's basket. I guess they have baskets on their backs, right?
Yeah,
That's the idea?
they are dancers and everything on these sort of large stationary positions on the back of these elephants. There's about 3 of the elephants in line as they start to more and more emerge from this opening. As you can see, the music starting to play and starting to get louder and louder. As on the sides, more dancers are pouring out of this mist. As you see a large cage off to one side, this as you see a tiger from within lashing out from inside of the cage. So we get started then. As I wave my hands
Conjure
as
my
the
owls.
music starts to beat.
And we'll just misty step on top of the elephant.
Do we all have a separate elephant?
Make way for the vanguard, says the vanguard. Hey, clear the way to the opens. Hey, you, let us. There's a bright new star. Oh, come, be the first on your block to meet their eye. Make way, here they come. Bring a bell, bring a drum. Oh, you're gonna love these guys. The vanguard, valiant they are, valiant vanguard. Genuflect, show some respect down on one knee. Now try to stay in your seat. They the gods you're able to meet. Now come and see the spectacular coterie. The vanguard, valiant they are, valiant vanguard. Strong as 100 regular men, definitely. They'll face the galloping hordes, 1,000 bad guys with swords, who sent those goons to their lords by the vanguard. And they have 6 fine golden kobolds, great owls, they've got 8 magnificently. When it comes to exotic type mammals, they've got a zoo, I'm telling you, it's a world-class menagerie. The vanguard, valiant they are, valiant vanguard. Those physiques, how can I speak, weak at the knee. Well, get out into the square, trust your loins and beware, to gawk and grovel and stare at the vanguard. Oh, they've got one glorious monkey. They've got the monkey. Let's see the monkey. And they don't show a thing for free. They're glamorous, so generous. They have great fans. They've got servants and flunkies. They bow to their whim, love serving them. They're just lousy with loyalty. The vanguard, the vanguard, the vanguard. Valiant they are, valiant vanguard. Heard your town was a sight lovely to see, and that good people is why they got built up and dropped on by, with mighty elephants, tigers galore, with bears and lions and brass bands and more, with glory chasers, they're cooks and bakers, they're just so avant-garde. Make way for the vanguard. Thank you.
God damn you.
Well, we'll just end the session there. No need to go any further. Everything that we ever needed in life is done.
As Tamar Khan, grant yourself some DM inspiration.
Oh.
And roll yourself a D100, why not?
Huzzah!
It seems as if your entrance has caught the hearts, the minds, the excitement of the entirety of Oakwell as you have all made your way towards the guild hall just outside at the center of Oakwell, where it seems as if a stage has been prepared for a great show to begin. Not just any show, not just any example, but a true display firsthand of the slaying of a dragon. As that is where we will have to end tonight's session. As with a bit of a late start, we can't quite end it exactly where we need to, but we'll have another session with the Great Glorious Monarch Festival. Joining our Valiant Vanguard, presenting their project that Samantha has been working on to grant the people who've come here from far across Mobia to have a first-hand experience of what it's like to slay a dragon, as well as the coronation that will name them the heroes who this great and wondrous parade has named them to be. That's called player effort, and that's what we DMs live for. Well done, Brendan. Well done, everyone in the session.
Well done. Well fucking done. That was... Oh, magnifique. Magnifique. That is the perfect... Oh my goodness. I'm still reeling. That was excellent. That was so well done. I'm proud of you.
I'm so
oh my god.
I'm like almost crying.
The best part is going to be reacting to this in character. Oh my god. Jeez. Oh, so much.
I was in character the whole fucking time.
No, I just meant like just talking to Tamar Khan. There's so many questions I have now of there's so much. But unfortunately, that will have to wait until next week, next Thursday, to August 6th, as there is always more D&D to be had on Lionhead Gaming, though there are a few absences, or I guess breaks coming up, as this upcoming Sunday is my birthday, where I'll be running a private one-shot for me and my wonderful friends here, so we'll not be having Heroes of Thylea this Sunday, and after the culmination of an excellent and very exciting and very curious Feywild arc in Tuesday's game, Kingdoms of the South, with the Apex Alliance, John is taking this next Tuesday off. So between now and next Thursday, there unfortunately is not a whole lot of D&D. However, there are wonderful VODs and podcast recordings to listen to and check out for both of those games, along with our excellent Discord, where you can come in and maybe lambast Brendan for his excellent singing. And you can share stories about your games and interact with us, talk about ours, talk about the game as a whole or other systems you enjoy, or just talk about like video games and movies and all that pop culture stuff as well. So feel free to hop on into that and interact with us. And yeah, you can also follow me on Twitter as well for any updates, changes, along with my hot takes on a variety of different things. And we're gonna go ahead and return the favor and love. Thank you all so much at How I Nerd for the excellent host earlier today, along with Gamermon Luna. Thank you for the bits, along with Johnny Thunder. I hope a few of you who've gotten gift subs, I hope you enjoy them and enjoy utilizing the Lionhead Gaming emotes. And I want to thank everyone that followed Nyx and 2012 Wolf's Blood as well. Big shout outs and much love to all of you. I hope to see you again in the future. We're going to go ahead and find somebody else, maybe also within the Storytellers Union, to share the love with. If not, we'll find someone playing some of the world's greatest role-playing game, D&D. I want to give a big shout out to Roll20 as well for sponsoring Song of Rapture, and that's all I have for you. So, as always, may your dice roll 20s, and you always make your saves.
Lady, y'all, this is how we roll.
Toodles.
Bye.
Yeah, it's not over.
Don't touch your face!
And I hope you enjoy the film.
Hey, thank you.